It was a dark and stormy night. The wind howled, and the rain beat against the windows of the old abandoned mansion. Simon had always been curious about this place, but he never had the courage to explore it. However, tonight was different. It was Halloween, and Simon and his friends were looking for a thrill. As they approached the mansion, they could hear strange noises coming from inside. Simon's friends were hesitant, but he was determined to find out what was going on. They cautiously made their way up the creaky stairs and into the grand foyer. The air was heavy, and a musty smell filled their nostrils. Simon's heart was racing as they explored the first floor. Suddenly, they heard a loud crash coming from the second floor. They froze in fear, but Simon's curiosity got the best of him, and he urged his friends to follow him. As they climbed the stairs, they could feel a chill in the air. The once elegant and grand staircase was now covered in cobwebs and dust. The door to the second floor was slightly ajar, and they could hear faint whispers coming from inside. Simon pushed open the door, and they entered the dark, eerie hallway. The whispers grew louder, and they could make out the words, "Get out." But they were too intrigued to leave. They followed the whispers to a room at the end of the hallway. The door was locked, but Simon managed to pick it open. As they entered the room, they were greeted by a musty smell and a single candle flickering in the corner. In the center of the room, there was a large, ornate chest. Simon's friends urged him not to open it, but he couldn't resist. As he lifted the lid, a scream pierced through the room, and the candle blew out. In the darkness, they could hear something moving towards them. Simon's heart was pounding, and he could feel a cold breath on his neck. Suddenly, the lights turned on, and they were face to face with a figure in a white dress. It was the ghost of a young girl who had died in the mansion years ago. She had been waiting for someone to open the chest and release her spirit. She warned them to leave before it was too late. Terrified, Simon and his friends ran out of the mansion and never looked back. They never spoke of their experience, but Simon always wondered what would have happened if he had never opened that chest. From that day on, the mansion was known as the haunted house, and no one dared to enter its doors again. But Simon couldn't shake off the feeling that the ghost of the young girl was still waiting for someone to release her from the curse of the mansion.